Lost Media has been a major talking point in the Mortal Kombat community as of late, with the Lost WaveNet version of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 being playable in the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. It features the final revision of UMK3 and hasn't been seen since its testing period in late 1995. But, did you know that this isn't the only piece of Mortal Kombat Lost Media? Today, I want to take a look at 3 different pieces of Mortal Kombat Lost Media, including one that I am doing a personal search for. I also want to give a warning here, as if you decide to search for any of the topics in this video, please do not harass the people at NetherRealm or any other former Midway employee. That is incredibly uncool and will stop them from helping fans of the series with other search efforts. If you want to know how to properly help in a Lost Media search, join the Lost Media Wiki Discord or hop into their forums that I'll both be linking below. Now, let's get on with the video.
With flawless victory.
Our first piece of Lost Media is more along the lines of cut content, but it would still be nice for it to be seen. Mortal Kombat Gold was the console port of Mortal Kombat 4 made for the Sega Dreamcast. It was developed by Eurocom in 1999. It featured a larger roster than the arcade title. It almost contained a new character of the franchise made by Eurocom themselves. In the late stages of Mortal Kombat Gold's development, gaming magazines would receive information about the game, including details on a character known as Balak, a large red demon hailing from the Netherrealm. From the screenshots, he appeared to be similar in gameplay to Goro, as he used the same grabism, but apart from this one accidental reveal, we'd never see or hear about Balak again. While many claim that it was Midway wanting Balak removed from the game due to him not being created by their team, Ed Boon revealed in an interview that his exclusion from MK Gold was simply because the team at Eurocom didn't have time to complete the character, as he was made very late into development. Even all these years later, Balak still has never appeared in a Mortal Kombat title, but that doesn't mean he's just being erased. Just 3 years later, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance would be released, and we'd see in the concept art for a character called Baphomet, who was one of the many cut characters from Deadly Alliance. He was a member of the Elder Demons, which is a Netherrealm equivalent to the Elder Gods, who were also cut from the title. Both of these characters share many similarities in their premise and design, and it seems as though Midway wanted Balak to not be completely erased from history. While we haven't seen a reference to him since, we could potentially see more about Balak at some point. With it seeming as though the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is looking to unearth Lost Media, we could potentially see discussions of Balak in the documentary telling Mortal Kombat's story, and hopefully we do, as Balak does seem like a very interesting character, who has a lot of untapped potential even in current Mortal Kombat. This could be a potential catalyst to see his return to the series, or at least a character similar in design like we almost saw with Baphomet. It seems time will tell once the Legacy Collection hits shelves, but our next topic seems much less likely to have such an easy solution to its discovery. In August 1995, cinemas would see Mortal Kombat's first theatrical release to high praise for capturing the series' world very well, despite its cheesy and sometimes mediocre acting. This would lead New Line Cinema and Threshold Entertainment to then drop an utter catastrophe in Mortal Kombat Annihilation in November of 1997. Making only 1/3 as much as the original film and having horrible reviews among critics and moviegoers, the planned Mortal Kombat 3 would be shelved for a short period as they rewrote the script. This would begin a lengthy spell of development hell, as the script had been rewritten several times, cast and crew members were changed multiple times, and even the storyline had many different forms before its eventual cancellation in 2009. While the film was cancelled, we do know that a final script was likely completed, as Lyndon Ashby, who played Johnny Cage in the original film, was set to reprise his role in the third movie, and he said in an interview that he had read the script and thought it looked pretty good, despite the legal issues Threshold was going through at the time with Midway.
You know what? She was right, because I hear Johnny Cage might be coming back for Mortal Kombat 3, huh?
Johnny Cage, Mortal Kombat 3, they're in sort of legal negotiations and roundabouts, but yeah, I've read the script, it's good.
Yeah, great.
Johnny Cage is back, and it's all cool. And then...
This means that we know that physical copies existed at one point, but there isn't any confirmations that any copies still do. Unless someone like Lyndon Ashby, the director, or the scriptwriters themselves have a copy, it is unlikely that this will ever be seen again. It's a shame, because it seems like they wanted to fix many of the issues Annihilation had, as the original cast was returning and there were rumors of the film being about time travel, likely as a way to delete Annihilation from the canon. It felt like it had a ton of promise, but due to not only Hurricane Katrina destroying a major filming location, but also Threshold's many legal troubles with Warner Brothers prevented this from ever being made. Hopefully one day we can read how Mortal Kombat Devastation was planning on fixing the mistakes that Annihilation made, but I'm sadly not holding my breath, as if a copy still existed, we'd probably have seen it by now. Similar to what I just said about Devastation's script, our final topic is something we probably would have seen by now if a copy still existed, and that is the E3 builds of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon. So, we've been talking about a bunch of Lost Media and stuff, and we're about to get to the last one that I'm personally searching for, but I found something else while on that search. This here is a sealed 2005 calendar that was exclusively given out to journalists at the release of Mortal Kombat Deception. I stumbled across this on eBay, where I was looking for anyone potentially selling some like EA demos and stuff. Because the next one, it is the Mortal Kombat 3D era E3 demos. More specifically, talking about Deception for this one. But for that, what we're going to be doing is opening this. There is no information about this thing online. This is going to be the first viewing of it that has been showcased, to my knowledge. So I'm going to actually lean over it. Got a pair of scissors here, so I can break this 20-year-old seal. It just feels wrong doing. Oh, $150 down the drain. But all for preserving Lost Media, correct? So, I don't know what's in this. The guy who I bought this from doesn't know what's in it. Nobody in the 3DMK Discord knows what's in this. So we are all going into this blind. The seal is off, and this actually does feel really nice. It's not like some really cheap calendar. So we're gonna start going through it, I guess. So I got January with Sub-Zero, his like little promo art that is widely known. And we can go into the next one, which I'm assuming this is all, yeah, it's all the like promo art that's like pretty well known. But in February is Baraka. I'm assuming this is going into March. March is Darius. So it doesn't seem like anything new is likely to be seen out of this, but it is still just really interesting. I mean, like, you can see like the background of it is the like dragon logo that they're sitting behind. Next up we have Onaga for April. And Ermac for May. This is probably one of my favorite like pages, not pages, but like promo renders. Then is Hotaru, which I believe is not a new one. I do wonder if we're going to see any new promo renders. Then we have Cobra for July. Melina for August. Noob Smoke for September. Raiden for October. Here we have, it is October. It is actually currently incorrect because it's obviously 2005. Then November we have Shujinko, and our final one I'm assuming is going to be Scorpion. Oh, Sindel. I actually think this is new. I actually think this might be a never before seen promotional render. I could be wrong on that one. But we do have... I'm surprised there's no Scorpion, because Scorpion is on the back. But, yeah, so there is Lost Media found. I'm going to work to get this scanned in and try to upload this somewhere online. If I have it done by the time this video is out, which probably won't, because I'm about to try to hammer out this video here in a couple days, I will either link it in the, it'll be down in the description, or it will be in a pinned comment. So back with the next one, we're going to be going at the E3 builds of Mortal Kombat Deception. So let's go. Similar to what I just said about Devastation Script, our final topic is something we probably would have seen by now if a copy still existed, and that is the E3 builds of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon. These builds of the 3D era titles all existed about 5 months before their retail releases in October of the same year. While Deadly Alliance and Armageddon featured more drastic differences in their versions compared to Deception, I want to focus on that because Deception is my favorite game of all time, so I have a bit of bias towards it. At E3 2004, Mortal Kombat Deception would look surprisingly close to the retail release, with some mostly minor differences, but let's go through them real quick. There's a few differences in the main menu, such as some text and character renders looking different, but the big visual differences come in the character select screen. Here, we'd see almost the entire roster be located in different spots, except for Scorpion and Sub-Zero, who remain in the same positions. I'll show you guys comparisons here to show you where everyone is supposed to go, and while I show you them, notice that Raiden is actually missing from the roster. We were 5 months away and Raiden still wasn't in the game. I guess that explains why he looks and plays identical to Deadly Alliance. Li Mei is another anomaly here, as she had many changes between these versions. First, she didn't have Mi Zong. She had the same hand-to-hand styles as Deadly Alliance in Baji Quan and Luigi Bafa. She also had the Morning Star as her weapon, which was originally Havoc's. I'm not sure if Midway used the Morning Star as a placeholder, because Cobra was also seen in promotional images using the weapon as well. They also swapped her primary and alternate costumes, which gave us a completely different render to what we ended up with for her as well. I'll also add here that most characters had different renders, but Li Mei's the only one that we know of to use a different costume. Apart from that, it was mostly UI differences in chess combat that wouldn't be noticeable to the average player, but to the experienced player like myself, Dayrax, No Novice Luke, and other people in the 3D MK space, even minor changes like there being no signature getup animations make it feel like a completely different game. That's why I've actually begun searching for these missing versions myself. I've reached out to John Vogel and John Podlasek, who both worked on the Mortal Kombat titles, as well as NetherRealm themselves, to help on this search. I also messaged Fran Mirabella III, who was the editor-in-chief for IGN Insider and had gone to E3 that year, to see if he or anyone he knew had gotten their hands on the demo for Deception. I haven't heard back from anyone yet, but I will let you guys know if anything comes of the search. With that being said though, that is all I have for today. If you guys found this video interesting, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I plan on making more videos on the 3D era Mortal Kombat soon, so look forward to that. I guess all I can say is thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.